Hello, everybody. This is Daniel from Boswell Book Company. I'm talking to Amanda Hewley.
Uhle, that's how you say it.
I don't need to take it again. Who's the author of Destroy This House, a memoir that's coming out on August 26th, and she'll be at Boswell on September 5th and traveling around the country. And I have been so excited about this book. We've been talking about it for months, and I think I wanted to do whatever I could to get the word out. So thank you for joining me on this,
Thank
whatever.
you, Daniel. I so appreciate your enthusiasm for the book. I mean, especially because I used to be a Boswell customer
Yeah.
in the old days. Actually,
But
though,
I but
yeah.
I didn't know you. So
No, we
there.
didn't know each other.
No.
No.
So this house is a memoir of growing up in many places around the country, mostly Michigan, but there was a lot of traveling.
Mhm.
Um, I love the style. It was reminding me to do this. I was looking at the New York Times, and every year a bunch of books that are taught in classrooms jump on to, especially the nonfiction list, which for insiders is not as competitive as the fiction list. And I saw Glass Castle, which this book has been compared to, and I saw Educated, and I also think that anyone who liked Educated would also love this book. Um,
Thank
there is this genre. What were you hoping to bring to the table that was a little different?
In this genre.
Mm.
And I love those books. All the books you mentioned, those are favorites. I think I can say a couple of things. The first thing is what I didn't want to do. And from the start, I knew I didn't want to do what I call the complainy book. And those ones you mentioned aren't, but there are so many, in my experience, memoirs that are kind of like, my parents were really rotten and this is really terrible. And I didn't want to write that book. My parents were flawed, but they were also fun and, weird in interesting ways sometimes. And we had a lot of love and a lot of jokes in our house. And so I wanted to capture that. And then the second thing, which was something I did want to do, is really capture the truth. My parents, my father especially, were just extreme exaggerators. You could say liars at times. Um, and growing up that way, you kind of like you get to be an adult and you think, well, did that happen? Was that true? And so those sorts of questions, they increased as I got older and the longer they were gone. And so I kind of wanted to set out to tell their true story, whatever that is.
You do have some research involved in the book. I don't love blamey memoirs. I love observational memoirs.
Yeah,
This is
blame
just
me.
what
I
happened.
didn't want to do the blame thing. Yeah.
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 And that is it. But not to say that your character, your parents have their issues.
They have
Um,
their issues.
their
Yes.
issues, as do I. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
about you, but I do.
We all do.
One of the things that I thought was really fascinating is that your parents are sort of different variations of the American dream, taken to extremes. Your mother as the, shall I say, consumer, and your
Yes.
father as the producer, the person to make the money. And you think of those sort of types, and that's just what we are. But your parents took it to another level.
To desperate levels, I think. My dad was always dreaming and always, such an optimist, and he just always wanted to get us to the next great thing, the next great level of the American dream. And so he had all these different jobs. He sold paperbacks in gas stations at one point. He sold hotel rooms in Miami. He was eventually a Lutheran pastor. He was just doing all different things all the time.
Always selling.
Always selling, yeah. And he was really good at that. Like you really can't say anything other than he succeeded at that, even though he had, I would say, many, many dozens of failures along the way. And yeah, my mom was a super consumer. She just always wanted to have and hold as a hoarder, which she eventually became more stuff. And so it's such a dangerous thing. And you can see how, you can see how those things can be good or interesting or important in small doses. And then in my parents' case, they went off the rails.
Oh my God. I could talk to you all day, but we have a much better person talking to you, Josh Modell. I love
Yes.
him. He's just like I never know what skill set he's going to have next. You know, he's done cookbooks for us. He's done music books for us. So talented.
I
Um,
can't wait. I can't wait to be back in the space, which I was last in when it was called Harry W. Schwartz.
yes, of course. Well, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Can't wait.